Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can use a metronome. So if you remember in my previous video where I talked about guitar accessories, one of the accessories which is a must to have, a very important accessory which you should always have with you is a metronome. And as I showed you in the picture also, there is a device which you can buy uh, online through Amazon or your local music store, or you could use an app-based metronome also on your phone. However, I'll show you the app-based metronome shortly. First, I would like to show you on how you can use a metronome on your computer, right? So if on your computer, if you go to google.com and just type in metronome. So metronome, yeah, when you type metronome, Google will give you, an online version of metronome right on the top, right? So if you see here, it says a number, and then next to it, it says BPM. So BPM basically means beats per minute. So what it means is that, it's going to play these number of beats in 1 minute or 60 seconds. Okay. You can adjust this. You can make it slow. That means it will now it play 80 beats per minute, or you could increase it to like 150 or yeah. So the maximum this one can go to 218. I think that's very fast, but um, you can adjust it. And I'll give you a live demo shortly after this on get how you can use metronome for your practice, and I'll also give you some practice sessions on first string, second string, and third string, which we have already discussed in our previous videos. Okay. Yeah, so let's just see how this one sounds. So this is, I've set it to 80 beats per minute. And so if you play here, okay, so it's going to be play 80 beats here per minute. Okay, so this is an online version of metronome. Now I'm going to show you, a metronome app on your phone. So right now you're seeing my iPhone screen. I'm going to search for Metronome, which is already installed. So if you go to your app store on your iPhone, or if you go to your Play Store on your Android and search for Metronome, there are plenty of free apps. So the one which I use is Pro Metronome. It's a paid version, but there are free versions as well. So this is how it looks like. So if you see here on the top left, it says 80, which is your 80 beats per minute. It's also called tempo of the song. And on the right side, on the top, it says 4x4. So if you remember my rhythm patterns, this is a 4x4 signature, and you can change it to 3x4 here. Okay. And you can make it 2x4, or you can also change it to, 6x8. And yeah, you can basically change the combinations based on your lesson, right? So if your lesson says 4x4, you set it to 4x4. If your lesson says 3x4, you set it to 3x4. If your lesson says 6x8, you do it 6x8. But I'll give you a live demo, and you'll understand that better. Okay. Let's go back. Let me change it to 4x4 for now. Okay, and I'm going to use 80 beats per minute, and this is how it sounds. So what you just heard is a 4x4 pattern at 80 beats per minute. Um, so you see 4 bars, right? So these are your 4 beats in one bar, which I explained you in my previous lesson, right? Um, yeah, so we will use this in our lessons. Let's quickly see 3x4 as well, how it looks like. So now you see the beats have changed to 3, right? It's 3x4 now, and this is how it sounds. So it's playing continuously, so it's difficult to, unless you start playing on the first beat, it is difficult to know which is the first beat. So in that case, what you could do is you could actually tap on the first bar so that it sounds a little bit different. And this is how it sounds now. So on the first beat, it's a different type of beat, and second and third is they are same. So this way you can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's how it sounds. Okay, it will be more clear when I give you an example. Okay, so that's about how using a metronome. Similarly, you can use a device as well. I don't have one, but it's pretty much same. There's no difference there. Okay, hope this was useful, and we'll get into a live demo shortly. Hello everyone. So we just saw how to use metronome. So now I'm going to give you a live demo on how to use that in your practice lesson. So here I have written a small lesson on the first string. Um, it's a 4x4 song, and if you have seen my lesson on the first string, you should be able to recognize these notes. Okay. If you're not, I would highly recommend please go and check my lesson number 3, which is on the first string, and understand these notes. And if you are already aware of it, we will get started with how to play this. So a quick understanding of these notes first. So uh, in the first bar, I see 4 1 beat notes, right? And these are open notes on the first string. In the second bar, I see 4 1 beat note again, and this is on the first fret using your first finger. And then on the third bar, I see 4 1 beat notes again. These are my third frets with the third finger or the ring finger. And I see 1 4 beat note, which is my hollow beat. Okay. And this is my note A, which is my fifth fret on the first string. So how do we use that? So what I'm going to do now is let me get my guitar, and I'm going to use my app, the Metronome app, which I just showed you, uh, for playing the metronome or these 4x4. Okay. So before I start with that, a quick point here. When you play your strings, you should always do a alternate picking. When I say alternate picking, I'll just come close to the camera. So when you play the first note on a particular string, for example, I'm going to use first string right now. So your first stroke should be downward, downstroke. And if you have to play another note on the same string, right, it could be any fret, first fret, third fret, fifth fret. The next one should be upward. Okay. Right, so this is how you should be playing with your right hand. Okay, so if I show you here, I'm not playing the lesson right now, but I'm just showing you the alternate picking here. So I'm going to play open, first, third, fifth, and backwards, right? Fifth, third, and first, and open. And pay attention on my right hand, how I'm going to do the picking here. So open with my down motion, and then first fret up, then third down, and then fifth up, then coming back to third down on the first up, and open down. Okay. And even if you have to play the same particular note multiple times, still do the alternate picking, up down up down. This is going to help you increase your speed. Okay, but if simple reason, right? If you continuously do down strokes, right, what will happen is when you play down, your plectrum or your plec or your pick, right, this one has gone down, it's crossed the particular string, and you have to actually bring it up, right? And that motion is getting wasted, when you bring it up and then play again, right? So that's getting actually wasted. You're wasting your energy, and also you're wasting you can actually get more speed when you do alternate picking, because in your upward motion you are actually playing it, right? So that gives you more speed, right? Okay, very important. And this applies for all the strings. Okay, it's not only for one particular string, all your strings, right? When you do multiple strings, it's actually it becomes even more important from that standpoint, because if you're moving from your third string to first string, if you're doing alternate picking, it's going to help you gain speed. Okay, very important. Okay, now let's get back to the lesson. I have in my first bar I have 4 1-beat notes open. In the second bar I have 4 1-beat notes on my first fret. Third bar I have 4 1-beat notes on the third fret, and my last bar, the fourth bar, is a hollow note, which is a 4-beat note on my fifth fret, and we're talking about first string right now. Okay, I'm going to turn on my metronome. Okay, so right now it is set at 4/4 at 60 beats per minute. Okay, and let me 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1. This is my rhythm, right? And it's a 4/4 song, so every bar has 4 beats. Okay, so I'll count 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, and I start on the first beat. So you pick any particular when you're saying 1 2 3 4, pick any one and start playing. Okay, so I'm going to play. These are my 1-beat notes, so I have to play at every beat. Okay, so this is how it sounds: 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, that's this particular lesson. So what I did was I played 4 open notes, 4 first fret, and 4 third fret, and I played fifth fret only once. 1, and because it's a 4-beat note, so I play on 1 and 2 3 4 I count. Okay, I don't play anything on that. Okay, you remember when we did rhythm, right? Types of notes, sorry. Okay, so I hope this is clear. We'll take another lesson, and now we will do first and second string. Okay,
All right, so this is a song, "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," very popular among amongst kids. Okay, so this lesson is for that, and this song can be played on first string and second string. Okay, so these are the notes. Again, a 4x4 song. So again, very important. You should know the notes of your first string and second string on that. If you don't know what these notes are, please go back to lesson number 3 and 4, which talks about uh, sec, um, the first string and second string, and you'll go through it. You will understand what this basically means. So very quickly, on high level, these are my two one-beat notes on second string first fret. These are my two one-beat notes on first string third fret, first string fifth fret, two one beat notes, and then it's a two beat note which is on my first string third fret. These are my two one beat note on first fret of your first string. These are my two one beat notes for first string open. These are two one beat notes on my second string third fret, and this is my two beat note on second string first fret, and then again my first string third fret two beat two notes, then two notes on first string first fret, then two notes on first string open, then this is my second string third fret, it's a two beat note, again first fret of your first string, and then for open of your first string, third fret of your second string, and then first fret of your second string. And this symbol, two dots, basically means you have to repeat the song. Okay, and when you see two bars, that means that's the end of your song, and this two dot means you repeat the song. Okay, I've turned the metronome on, and it is at 60 beats per minute, 4x4. Okay, so I'm going to start 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, so that's going to my rhythm, and I'm going to start on the first beat. Okay, 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Okay, that's how you play this. There was a small mistake, sorry about that. um, so if you notice, uh, uh, at this beat, hollow hollow note with a stem, I was playing that note. For example, this one, I'm going to play third fret on my first string, so it will sound like 1. I'll play on the first beat and then count the second one. I'm resting it. So if I play this bar, so this one is fifth fret, fifth fret, third fret, right? Fifth fret on the first string. So 1 2. So I played 1 2, and on the third beat I played this 3. Okay, third beat I played here, and fourth I counted. I didn't play that. Okay, so this is how it sounds. 1 2 3 4. Okay, similarly this one, second string third fret and second string first fret, so it will sound like 1 1 sorry 1 2 3 4. Okay, similarly open on the first string and second string third fret, 1 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Similarly, second string, third fret, two notes, and then second string, first fret, two beat note. Okay, so this is how I will play. I will play 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I repeated the song. And very important, you would have seen that I'm doing alternate picking. Very important. Get into that habit, and once you get into it, it's going to help you a lot later on when you do fast songs. It's going to help you a lot. For example, let me speed this song and try to play it at like maybe 90 beats per minute. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And right now I'm counting along. Do that, it's very helpful. You will actually get a very good understanding of beats. I personally used to do that when I started learning, right? It really helps actually. Your brain, your hand, your left hand, right hand, everything, all three components starts synchronizing, and they get a very good sense of beat if you do that. Later on, once you get a good sense of beat, you can skip it. You don't need to say it, because you can actually hear it and play along, right? For example, I'm not going to say, I'm going to make it 100 beats per minute, and I'm not going to count the beats. I'm just going to play along. Okay. And also, very important thing, uh, don't try to memorize the song. Always read the song and play along. So play slowly. Very important thing which I forgot to mention. uh, when you practice with a metronome, practice very slowly. Start at 40 beats per minute. Okay, or maybe maximum go to 50 beats per minute. Okay, and play this song very slowly. Okay, important thing is that you should be able to read, right, and play along. You should be reading. It's like, you have a English book or a Hindi book or any other language. um, you're reading the words, right, and that words have alphabets. So your brain is kind of processing that at the same time, and you are actually either reading it in your mind or you're reading it aloud. But any word which is mentioned is written, your brain is kind of processing at the same time, and you're speaking it. Similarly, this is language of music, right? So your brain should see this note. So two things your brain should process, very important. So one is, what note is that, right? So you should be able to recognize that this particular note is my second string, first fret. Very important. Okay. Second thing, what type of note it is, right? So what note and what type of note? What type of note means, is it a one beat note, two beat note, four beat note, a half beat note? or is it a 3-beat note? There are symbols to show a 3-beat note. We'll talk about it later whenever the lesson comes. But these things, two things your brain should process, which is very important. And and then it should give that signal to your left hand and right hand to play along. So practice very slowly, 40 beats per minute, 50 beats per minute, and once you get used to it, increase it like 5 beats per minute or 10 beats per minute, and try to increase your speed slowly. And I can guarantee you, slowly you will become better. It is going to get easier. Initially it is going to look tough, but once you start playing, you will start liking it, and your hand and your brain will start getting synchronized. Okay, so that's for this lesson. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post few lessons on first string, second string, and third string. I'll put the Google Drive link in my description of this video. You can use that for your home practice, and if you have questions, put them in your comment section, and I will respond back if there are any queries. Okay, so I hope you liked this lesson and it was useful to get you started. I know the previous lessons were all theoretical, so we did some practical today, which is going to really help you get started with guitar. Okay, so I wish you happy learning, and I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be more fun. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.